Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello everyone, myself Bhavika Patil, student of second year Robotics and Automation Engineering from Zeal College of Engineering and Research, Pune. My group members are Vrishab Pawar, Yash Patil, Saurabh Pardeshi and Ajit Pore. Under the guidance of Professor Bhushan More, we have done PBL activity and our topic is Python based image scraper or downloader. Python image scraper. Introduction. Image web scraping typically extracts large amount of data from websites in form of images for a variety of uses such as price monitoring, enriching machine learning models, financial data aggregation, monitoring consumer sentiment, news tracking, etc. Browsers show data from a website. However, manually copy data from multiple sources for retrieval in a central place can be very tedious and time consuming. Web scraping tools essentially automate this manual process. Basics of web scraping. Web scraping is also called as crawling or spidering. Is the automated gathering of data from an online source, usually from a website. While scraping is a great way to get massive amount of data in relatively short time frames, it does add stress to the server where the source is hosted. Problem statement. Our objective is to fetch the image data for our model. That could be anything like animals, city, or human image classification or classification of superheroes by using images. All these programs required a lot of data. Sometimes we have that, sometimes we do not. So, in that case, we can easily gather the data from any website using web scraping. Selenium. Selenium is an open source web-based automation tool. Selenium primarily used for testing in the industry, but it can also be used for a web image scraping. We will use the Chrome browser, it's almost the same. Selenium Python bindings provide a simple API to write functional or acceptance test using Selenium WebDriver. Through Selenium Python API, you can access all functionalities of Selenium WebDriver in an intuitive way. Requirements: Python installed and in as path, VS Code, Selenium, Selenium WebDriver, Chrome WebDriver, request library or module, image library or module, IO library or module, time library or module, PIL library or module.
Process of designing the image web scraper. Import all the necessary libraries and web drivers. From Selenium, import WebDriver. From selenium.webdriver.common.by, import the by module. Import the request library, then import the IO module. From PIL, import the image module, then import the time module. Now we have to define the path of the WebDriver. Path equals to the location of the Chrome WebDriver. Then we will have to define the execution commands. Get images from Google, the delay max images, scroll down, the WD execute script, time and sleep delay. Then we will set up a URL input box in which we will enter the URL for the desired images. Now write the code for searching, skipping images and all the errors. While len image URLs plus skips, max images, thumbnails. For image in thumbnails, time.sleep delay, images equals to wd.find underscore elements by class the code. Now define the image download path, then the file name and add request.get url.content. We will define download image path, URL and the file name. Then we will go for the try commands, which are image underscore content equals to request.get url.content, image file equals to io.bytes io, which is image content, then image equals to image.open, which is image file and the file download path. Then we will describe the format of the image, which is JPEG. Then we will print the success command and exception for the failure. Now after setting up the Python code, it's time to execute the created Python web scrapper. Now in the URL search box, if we enter the subject we desire to download, such as images of German Shepherd dog, after the execution, the Python code will send the commands to the Google Chrome using the Selenium WebDriver to find images of German Shepherd and download them. When the images are downloaded successfully, we will receive a success message at the end of the Python code. Now we can see images of the German Shepherd dog are downloaded. Now we will search for the Pune city and execute the code. Now code will start downloading the images of Pune city. Now we can see images of Pune city are downloaded. Now as a third example, we will try downloading images of Zeal College of Engineering and Research, Pune. This Python code will help us to download images related to Zeal College available on the internet. Now if we change the subject again to forts, we will also get the images related to forts. So this is what Python web scrapper is generally used for. It is used for downloading multiple images at a one time with a single time command given to a Python program. Thank you.
Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.